us here together. A friendship that's so strong it lasts forever. Despite these challenges and roadblocks in our way, I'll always have your back no matter what they say. So stand with me and face our final moment. We'll choose a choice to carry us on through this.
After escaping the subway tunnels with their lives, but not their dignity, nor their space capes, the party stole a car and made their way back to the Safe House Motel. They needed to rest and recuperate, but a new complication may make that difficult. Sketch Thompson, in an attempt to decrypt the stolen DreamStation chip, triggered a trap program that was on the chip, alerting several denizens of the net to the existence of the stolen data. What will our adventurers do now?
That doesn't sound good. We need to come up with a plan to deal with this.
So I think our first order of business should be figuring out who all these people are. If someone could jump in the network with me and maybe help me go through this inbox, maybe we can find some patterns in who's messaging me.
I need something to take my mind off of my loss today, so I'll come.
I think we could all just go in, honestly, and help take care of this.
Sounds good.
Can robots go into the dreamscape? Janet, can you go in there?
Yes. Except that it's more dangerous for me because my consciousness actually is digital, so I could be irreparably damaged, but it's worth it for the memes.
Okay.
Does Janet know what memes are?
I'm going to say that yes, Janet knows what memes are, although her taste in memes is bizarre, and I would say that Janet doesn't really understand humor on any sort of like working level.
Kind of like the code head.
Recaptcha memes are completely over her head.
All right, so I'm just gonna plug myself into a dream station and go try and find Sketch.
I do that.
Before I go to one of the dream stations, I'm going to grab a chair from the table and go put it in front of the door into our suite. So that if someone tries to open the door, it'll either move or fall over or jam the door handle if it has a door handle.
Okay.
Big
I
brain
want you
move right
to
there.
I want you to roll for that, Janet. I don't know what skill you want to use to set that up, but I do want you to roll for it.
Okay.
So go ahead and choose a skill, and let me know what you're choosing, and how that skill like applies to what you're doing.
I'm going to use common knowledge because I don't have any other good skill that seems like it would apply.
Okay.
This is something from Janet's programming and experience as an assassin. You know, you always want to make sure that you're safe before you let your guard down.
Yeah.
Being in the net makes you very vulnerable to physical attack if you're not aware of your surroundings or have a way to become aware of them quickly.
That makes sense.
Janet knows that and is going to try to find a rudimentary way to make that a possibility.
Okay.
It's a 5.
Okay, yeah. So you successfully set up the chair like so that it's like kind of tilted back and like underneath the door handle. So if the door is opened, it will fall down and like let you guys know, or it'll jam up into the door, depending on which way the door is opened.
Sweet.
Quick question. When we're in the network, are we aware of the real world at all?
So you're asleep. So you could get woken up by some outside thing, and that would wake you up. Or if you choose to quit the network, the machine will wake you up.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay, so when we hop inside the network, like, are we able to find Sketch really fast?
If Sketch like adds you guys, because he was on a temporary account that he set up,
Right.
the rest of you guys, when you try to log into the net, it lets you log in like right away without any problem. So if Sketch adds you guys, you can just jump over into his scape if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. All right, Sketch, what are we looking at? What do we got?
All right, so this is my inbox. Let me just forward it to all of you guys.
Oh, who is who's Nightwalker 69420?
Don't read those ones. We don't know her. She goes to another school.
Oh. Aren't you like 14? You're a little young for this.
Blank stare.
Wait, I'm reading it
Wait,
now.
no, I said don't.
Your study partners? You're serious about different school?
Why? What did you think?
Oh my goodness. Nothing.
The way you said nothing.
Jeez,
What the hell, Quest? I'm 14.
you took Space Calculus 3?
Yeah, how do you think I got on this? It doesn't matter. I got hundreds of messages that just
Calculus
flooded in, and we
3.
need to figure out who they're coming from.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I
Okay.
can process several hundred names per minute.
Oh, well, I'm just going to put Janet on this then.
Okay, so Janet.
So can I actually?
Well, that's a very good question. I'd like anyone who's trying to participate in the message searching to like figure out what these messages are about, to go ahead and roll research.
Oh no. Not
So
trained.
if we don't have that skill, what exactly do we roll?
So you'll roll it. You'll roll a d4, and you don't get your wild die.
Oh,
And wait, no, let me check that rule. You may get your wild die. I think you do get your wild die, but it's all at a -2.
Ooh, listen to that good dice rolling sound.
I got an 8.
I got a 2.
I got a 3.
So I think that's actually a 0.
So as it turns out, humans are not very good at going through hundreds of messages really quickly. However, Janet is pretty good at it, and she ends up going through and finding that a lot of the messages are mentioning a username called Salamander Subterranean 48 and warning that that he's on the way.
Hey guys, I've got a.
There's one here about. Oh, did you have?
I mean,
Go ahead.
if you're done reading Sketch's personal communications.
No, I just found one that says male enhancement. Do you think it makes you grow a better mustache?
No,
Probably. You should click the link.
don't click that link.
Anyways, Janet, what were you saying?
Oh,
Sorry.
don't worry, it wasn't important. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
There's a name that keeps coming up. Someone called Salamander Subterranean 48. Apparently, they're after whatever data that remains encrypted on the card.
I saw a message about that as we were leaving. I think it's important we talk to them.
Why did you not share this with the group earlier, Quest?
Because I like to keep cards close to my chest so that I have leverage if I need leverage.
Look, we're a team now, so that means that if you know something, you gotta tell the rest of us.
Well, that's
Did you
great.
know
So
that the
now we're a
circumference
team,
of the Earth
and I told you.
calculated?
Okay, Jenna, I don't need to know all of your secrets, and I don't need to know everyone's secrets, just the ones that are pertinent to this mission.
Oh,
Look, I didn't know you guys when we started this. It's good to be safe.
All right,
now
but
you
no
know.
more doing that.
No promises.
Buy me a cape and maybe I can have my mind changed.
Actually,
Buy me a cape and maybe you'll have yourself a deal.
or I'll just rip the rest of your cape off every time you don't tell us something, and I'll just keep ripping off your capes until you just are honest.
I think that Sienna has a real point here. It's hard to make informed decisions if we aren't informed.
Look, I informed you guys. We need to talk to this man, okay?
So he's
Or woman or salamander, I guess.
so this salamander dude or lady is coming for us right now, and that's scary because of the messages, but good because of the other message. Am I caught up?
Yes. We need to talk to this guy.
Or girl.
Sounds like he may be dangerous.
Or she.
We need to talk to this entity.
Yes.
They may be dangerous, but I think it's a necessary evil.
Well, I think I can maybe set up a little proxy server so that we can hide inside there, and hopefully that'll, in case he attacks us, we'll be a little more safe.
That sounds like a great idea.
Well, I think that's a good idea.
I'd like you all to roll notice.
Wait, why notice?
I'm going to use a penny on that.
You got a 14.
I got a 3.
gonna Benny that.
22 for me.
Oh my.
Okay, that's an 8. Oh, does that explode? Does your normal die explode?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I got a 9.
Okay. Sienna and Quest, you guys see Sketch Thompson's avatar just like vaporize. And then Janet, you have the option of waking up or not.
I 100% wake up.
So you guys see Janet Mark II's avatar also just vaporize and disappear. Sketch and Janet wake up, and you guys hear a knock on the door.
Okay, I'm immediately looking at Sketch to see what his condition is, because he got pulled out first. It seemed like he wasn't in control of that necessarily. What do I see?
You see him awake on his bed.
Okay.
I'm going to make eye contact with Janet and gesture like, are you going to get that?
Oh, right.
What am I? I made?
Literally Emma made. Okay, I'm going to pull my revolver out, but I'm going to tuck it into my apron, or what's left of my apron. And I am going to... Is there like an eye hole or a little window or something? A camera display?
There's like an eye hole.
Okay, I'm going to take a peek through the eye hole.
Okay. Outside the eye hole, you see kind of a dark, hooded individual. They look like they could be Edenian, with kind of black, black skin with yellow spots, and they look kind of clammy or moist.
Okay. I don't think Janet is necessarily able to connect the idea that this could be the person that they're talking about, Salamander Subterranean 48. So Janet's just going to say, state your business.
I heard some of my old friends were staying here, and I just wanted to see you. You guys hear? Well, you hear Janet in the voice of kind of a deep woman's voice.
Oh, interesting. I need to think about what I'm going to say here, because I think that it's going to really change how the interaction plays out.
This is the...
You could ask who his friends are.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember Berkeley's tag that he made, but it's something about a anonymous throwaway or something.
Yeah, it's zombies aren't real _throwaway.
Are you here to see zombies aren't real _throwaway?
Actually, yeah. How do you do that? How do you know them? Are you zombies aren't real _ throwaway?
No.
Will you let me in?
Show me your hands.
So I'd like you to roll notice, Janet.
If they don't have hands, I'm gonna feel really bad that I just like showed you your hands. They don't have hands. 7.
Okay, so the Adenian outside the door kind of raises her hands up, so that you can see them, but you can tell that the way that she raised them, that they were busy doing something before you asked to see her hands.
Okay. I'm going to slide the chair to the side, and I'm going to open the door slowly and step back with it.
Was Sketch able to hear this conversation?
Sketch, you were definitely able to hear Janet. I don't think you could hear the Adenian.
Okay, I'm just gonna slip behind my dream station bed for some cover if this turns into a bad situation.
Okay. Well, it's up against the wall, so are you just hiding beside it then?
Oh, yeah, I guess if it's up against the wall, is there anywhere else I can hide?
I mean, yeah, there's the table and chairs in the middle of the room.
Yeah, I'll crouch down by the table.
Okay. Yeah, the Adenian kind of walks in the door and is kind of surprised to see so many of you guys. She actually says, "Wow, I was expecting just I thought Zombies Aren't Real was living here alone, but seems like you guys are quite a little group."
Yeah, we like to call ourselves the Janet team.
Real convincing.
Power move.
What is that?
Oh, persuasion. I'm sorry.
Persuasion, okay. 3.
Yeah, nobody here goes by the name the Janet team. The Adenian is not impressed. She's like, "Yeah, I don't think that's true. You don't need to lie to me."
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to stare. And also, I closed the door, just in case that wasn't clear.
The Adenian says, "Anyway, my name's Nyop, and well, which one of you is Zombies Aren't Real?"
Okay. He's over there, hiding behind the table.
You can come out now. I mean, I'm obviously not holding a gun like your robot friend here.
Okay, yeah, I'll stand up.
Also,
what do you want?
Well, first of all, can you get your maid to put the gun down? I don't even see how that's useful at cleaning, but
She can do what she wants.
Thank you, Master.
It's a fun new relationship.
do you say that out loud?
No, sorry, that was out of character.
Okay.
Hey, Janet, keep your gun out. What do you want?
Literally, I just asked you to put the gun away, and you're telling them to keep the gun out?
I've just had a scary last hour, and we're trying to be careful.
Well, you're making me feel unsafe. I just came here because we're friends, and I wanted to meet you.
We're friends?
Of course you're my friends. How else did you get a hold of that encrypted data that I want?
Are you Salamander Subterranean 48?
What if I was?
Then I would ask Janet to put the gun away.
Okay, then let's say I am.
Wait, but no, for real, are you?
let's continue under the impression that I am. I would like the gun to be put away.
What do you think, Janet?
I saw that they were doing something with their hands before they showed them to me. I don't dislike this person, but I also don't trust them. I believe proceeding with caution is a good idea.
When you say, I don't dislike this person, but I don't trust them, Nyop, the Adenian, kind of chuckles and says, yeah, that's a kind of a wise position, I guess.
I'd like to go over and wake up Sienna.
Okay.
I'll do the same to Quest.
I'm gonna gonna tap Sienna's leg.
What's going on?
We have guests.
I wake up in a much more normal manner.
Not in full nightmare mode.
The classic yawn stretch.
Exactly. Yep, Disney princess style.
Hair is a rat's nest, still behaves like a princess.
Yeah.
I'm just going to gesture to the Adenian and say, Nyop here claims to be Salamander Subterranean 48.
Now, does he? Or
That's a she.
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am, just call me Nyop.
Nyoped out of that.
Okay.
Get it?
Nyop doesn't laugh.
Oh, this is going great.
Anyways, do you have proof of this claim?
Oh, well, I could decrypt it for one. I don't think you're going to find a lot of other people with the skills to be able to pull that off. Not with this chip.
I came close.
No, you
Sketch.
didn't.
No.
No, you really didn't. You are in way above your head.
Are you sure? I felt like I was close.
Again, more evidence that you are in way beyond your depth.
Nyop, how can we gain your trust? And I put my gun back in the bottle warming compartment.
Well, you've got me in the room here with you, closed in the room. Why don't you just let me see the chip for a minute and let me prove to you that I can decrypt it?
I think we could make that happen.
I don't think we have any other options at this point.
Sure thing. I reach into Sketch's Dream Station to pull out the chip. And when I pull out my hand,
No.
it's just a chip.
Nyop takes the card and pulls out a small computer out of her backpack. And you can tell she's got a bunch of other technology stuff in there. And Nyop goes ahead and plugs the chip into that little computer and starts doing some different typing and is looks like she's pretty focused on getting this done. And she says, What even got you guys to find this? I've been looking for this for a long time.
We were brought here anonymously, or at least I was, with suspiciously good pay beforehand as well.
Same here.
I think that's what happened to all of us, yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty much super cool professional mercenaries now.
Oh, Sketch.
Nyop's brow furrows and says, that's not what I was expecting.
Our story or the card?
No, your story. I'm making progress on the card, but I think, well, something else might be happening here.
Why are you looking for it?
Because this is a sort of, here, let me show you. She pulls out of her backpack a little hologram like display and plugs the now decrypted chip into it. And on the display, on the hologram display, you see a building kind of start to be sketched. It kind of comes out line by line.
Do I recognize it?
It looks like a small warehouse, and on the side is emblazoned the Photonid Industrial logo.
Those are the genetic engineers, right?
No, Photonid
Oh.
does quantum computing and laser weapons and things like that.
Okay.
And as you watch, the blueprints of this small warehouse, it kind of shifts down underground, and you can see this massive maze-like network of tunnels. It looks more like a rat's nest than Sienna's hair, even.
Got
A
him.
huge amount of electrical wiring and ductwork is shown down there, as well as like air vents and fans, water pipes, and other kinds of equipment, and a bunch of security doors, barracks, laboratories, and other rooms throughout. And as it gets, it starts kind of on the outside and like works its way to the middle, and you can see that all of this gets more and more dense and more like secure as it gets to the middle of this kind of network of tunnels. And Nyop says, as you can see, it's something of a treasure map.
Where's the X?
Well, the treasure is a quantum computing AI that's more valuable than pretty much anything else that I've ever tried to steal.
What do we do now? I mean, are you just taking these, or what? Have you been contacted? Are you supposed to work with us?
No, I don't want you guys following me, and if I can, I'm going to make sure that you guys don't. But I don't want there to be any unnecessary violence. She presses a small button on her watch, and it makes like a beep.
What was that?
It was my watch alarm. You didn't hear the beep?
I heard the beep, but it's because you pressed something.
Well, I knew it was going to go off, so I pushed the button to turn it off just as it went off.
So, are you all good to hand us back this chip now that you've decrypted it?
I mean, I'd prefer to take it with me.
Well, you didn't steal it from a locker.
That's true. What if I could make your problems go away?
Do you even know what our problems are? Like, that's a pretty big promise.
Well, for one, you're wanted criminals with bounties on your heads.
That's not a big deal.
I beg to differ.
I don't know. I've been in this bucket before.
How would you make it go away?
Well, I happen to have access to certain systems and could make it just happen to appear that you'd already been caught, or that you were never wanted in the first place.
Who are you?
Let's see if you can do what you say you can do.
Oh, okay. You want me to do it now?
Yeah.
I mean, when were you planning on doing it? After you walked out with our only piece of bargaining chip?
Literally.
That
That
was a
our
horrible
only
sentence.
slice of bargaining chip.
I would have liked to walk out with your only slice of bargaining taquito. However, I can tell you guys are slightly smarter than I initially thought based on my first impression. So yeah, I'll do it now.
Well, some of us are. Let's be clear on that.
How's that possible? Your first impression was me decrypting part of this chip, so you must have thought we were pretty smart.
Yeah, sure. She's gonna do it now. So she's basically logging back into her laptop and just like starting to type. And she runs into some problems. The laptop actually makes some odd sounds and then starts smoking.
It seems like you're having a minor malfunction. Would you like to use one of these dream beds?
Well, I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? Nyop says, "What assurance do I have that I'm going to wake up again?"
We don't want to be wanted criminals, and someone hired us to give this to you.
I don't
Well, ostensibly.
I don't think they hired you to give it to me, but okay.
I just thought of another slice of bargaining chip we might be able to get. Under my gear, I wrote disposable camera. I'm wondering if I can whip that out and try to surreptitiously take a picture of Nyop.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and try, roll stealth or thievery.
I'm gonna go with stealth.
Dude, if you get a 1, you're gonna accidentally leave the flash
Yeah,
on.
is this one of those ones that you gotta wind up with the clicky wheel thing?
I got a double explosion. That's gonna be a 16.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you successfully like pull out the camera and you snap a photo, and Nyop does not seem to notice at all.
Nice. Another slice of bargaining chip.
Do you say that out loud?
No.
Maybe I can call one of my friends to stay in here with you guys, and they can wake me up if there's any trouble.
You have friends?
Let's be nice. You could just trust us for a few minutes to not kill you in your sleep. I never kill people in their sleep, only when they're awake. It's a rule of mine.
Nyop kind of squints at you like she doesn't really believe you.
I've actually killed many people in their sleep.
Janet, what the...
Sorry.
All right.
When?
It sounds like the best way for this to happen is for you to invite a friend over. We'll hang out with them. You get in the bed, do whatever you're going to do, probably get us arrested. And then when you wake up, we'll kill you and your friend when you backstab us.
Nyop kind of does her frowning thinking face again and says, "Okay, yeah, that adds up. Just give me a second." And so Nyop calls on her cell phone. It's not really a cell phone, but it looks like a
It's like a little data pad kind of thing.
Yeah. And she says, "Yeah, no, yeah," and then hangs up. And within about a minute,
Within about a minute, they put their phones on silent and do not disturb. While
I
recording.
thought her friend was a steamboat that showed up to.
All aboard the backstab train.
in about a minute, you hear a knock at the door.
I open it.
As you open the door, a large Edenian kind of beefcake kind of shoves his way in and is like, I heard there was a situation, so I'm here. Hi, Nyop. Oh, hi, Frankie.
Geez, Nyop, you didn't tell us your friend was a giant.
Hey, I take issue with that. I'm not a giant. I'm just I'm just a guy.
Sorry, compared to Sketch, everyone's a giant. So he just says that about everyone.
He is small and slow.
That's fair, I guess.
Sketch shrugs.
Would you like some food?
Oh, yes, please. What do you got?
Well, we're out of space cokes, but there's pretty much anything you could want on this table, including batteries, my favorite.
I'm not gonna eat any of the batteries, but I see you got some. Some of those great kind of natural foods. I like that.
Help yourself.
I hand him a space broccoli.
It's not space broccoli.
I hand him a space organic funyun.
Yeah, that's totally what it is. No, but Frankie starts munching, and Niop goes and lays down in the bed, puts on the thing, and goes to sleep. And I'm just gonna roll for her real quick to see. Okay.
So I'd like to chat up Frankie a little bit.
Okay.
So how long have you guys known each other?
Oh, I've worked for Niop for a number of years now.
Is she a good boss?
I mean, she keeps me employed, and she pays me. She pays me.
She pays and we.
No, she's a good boss. Yeah, I never been paid late by her, and I'm a happy guy. So,
Do you think that there is expansion growth happening on her team? Like maybe room for 4 fairly well trained mercenaries?
I mean, no, Niop's never needed anybody but us.
As in you, like the royal we, us?
No, me and the boys.
Oh. How many boys?
There's 4 of us.
I feel like it's a direct analog. It's like us except working for NIOP instead of some mystery person.
I mean, that remains to be seen.
Fair. Well, if any of them die, let me know. I'm always in the market for new employment.
Me and the boys are not about to die. I resent that.
I mean, who's to say, you know?
What are you threatening me?
No. I'm just saying, like, no one can predict the future. Like, I think it's pretty ignorant to say, like, you're not going to die. Like, what if a bomb explodes in this building right now? But it's not going to. But, like, what if it did?
So you're calling me ignorant?
I mean, sure. I just think you should always acknowledge the danger that's present.
Look, lady, I am the danger that's present. He unsheaths a massive machete that's connected to a cable that's connected to the backpack that he's wearing.
I do not look impressed. Wow, that's nice, I guess.
He shakes his head. I am the present danger. Just, I'm not gonna die. And neither are the boys.
Right. I mean, yeah, okay. We'll see, I guess.
Pretty soon, Niop wakes up and says, "All right, it's done."
Would Sketch have a way of checking that? I feel like Sketch would be the best one to verify that.
Yeah, I could slip into the Dream Station bed maybe and check the local news.
Yeah, you can totally do that. Do you do
Cool.
that?
Yeah, I do that.
Sketch slips into the Dream Station bed and checks the local news.
This is quality radio right here.
Yeah, it's been done. There's the footage is gone, the articles are gone. Can't even find the bounty posters or wanted ads. Like, it's all gone. It seems to be anyway.
Wow. Yeah, okay, I'll exit and say, nice work. That was impressive.
Yeah, well, I'm a professional.
Hey, us too. In as much as we're getting paid for this.
Niop kind of squints until you say, in as much as we're getting paid for this, and then goes, yeah, okay, yeah, I can see that.
I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot. Thank you for honoring our deal.
I mean, it is what it is, I do right by you guys, you do right by me. We all kind of don't harm each other. That's how trust works, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And if you ever need a locker broken into, you know who to call. I'm going to do some finger guns.
Yeah, Niop is like, I'll hire my own muscle.
I don't have muscles. That was insensitive.
Sorry, robot. You know what I meant, though, right?
You know what? I don't think she does. So let's just like move on past this. You can. Are we gonna let her take the chip?
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is with that picture of Nyop and her name, hopefully we can blackmail her if she double crosses us or if it turns out that we need the chip back.
I'm assuming she made copies, so why wouldn't we keep the chip?
Yeah, we should ask about that.
I feel like we're in over our heads if we were to keep the chip. Like, what would we even do with it? You know, like we weren't
That's
told
fair.
what to do after we stole it.
That's
yeah,
true,
so for
that's
all we
true.
know, this is the way.
Yeah, I think we could just let her go with the chip, and then if we need it back, we can blackmail her a bit, or we can just move on to whatever we're supposed to do next.
And if our employer gets mad at us, then that's on them for not giving us more specific instructions and find this person.
Yeah, we'll just kill him.
Well, or set expectations for future communication.
Or just-
I
or
think
just-
that
I guess killing them would accomplish that. But it'd be very
murder
clear
is a much more
expectations.
effective learning and growing tool.
Yeah, gotta set the consequences. Gotta stick with them.
Fair enough.
So I think our job here is done. Says Frankie, and Nyap's like, what do you mean? Our job? This is my job, Frankie. And Frankie's like, yeah, I mean your job here is done. Of course.
That's awkward.
That was really awkward.
And Nyap looks at you guys and says, well, you guys are okay with me just like taking the chip and stuff, right? Like I can just go now? Well, your employer wanted you to give this to me, from what I understand, right?
Yeah, from what we understand.
Unless you were the employer the whole time.
Yeah, no, I don't hire anybody but the boys.
Oh, right, I forgot.
I'm gonna leave you guys then, and that's it. I'm just gonna take the treasure map and see ya. And so
Well, we didn't have further instruction, so bye.
So she walks out the door with the treasure map, and Frankie's like, "That's this worked out a lot better than I thought." And then he walks out the door, and
Well, now I feel like we've been duped.
and outside the once he closes the door, outside the door, you hear a electric cable kind of buzzing sound. And through the window, you can see that that Frankie has just ignited his machete blade, not on fire, but he's like pressed some kind of button, and the whole blade of this machete is glowing like red hot.
Well, I'm sure glad he waited until he was outside to do that.
And
I don't want to pay a damage deposit.
And you hear from outside, you hear Nyap shout, "You can't do this to me! You'd still be working for that syndicate scum if I hadn't picked you out of the gutter."
Ooh, I run into the hallway and pull my gun.
Yeah, me too.
Draw my gun. That's what I meant.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw cards for you guys. It's time for a good old fashioned fight. Let's see. Nyap, the boys, Janet, Sketch, Quest, and Sienna. Okay. Nyap got a 3 of diamonds. The boys got a 10 of hearts. Janet got a king of spades.
Yee.
Sketch got a 7 of clubs. Quest got a 9 of hearts. And Sienna, you got a queen of hearts.
Yes.
So first up is Janet.
Okay, I am going to try to push past everyone who is in front of me going out the door. And as I do that, I'm going to draw my weapon and
Okay.
look for the closest threat to Niop.
Okay, so you can see that as you exit the door, you can see 4 brutish-looking Adanians. One of them is Frankie, wearing panels of clear body armor that look like plexiglass. Below that armor, you can see their black, kind of leathery-looking skin with the yellow spots. Each of them is carrying a heavy-looking backpack that is connected by a thick cable to the hilt of some rather intimidating-looking machetes. And each of these machetes is glowing red hot. And so Frankie is closest to Niop, and Niop, you can see, is kind of in a fighting stance with what looks like a spear. And Quest, you would recognize that as the blade you saw in her backpack. She didn't have it deployed, but the spear tip is definitely the blade that you saw.
Okay.
But the staff, you don't know where she was keeping that.
Okay, so from this, am I to understand that the boys and Frankie have betrayed Niop?
That's sure what it looks like.
So wait, so the boys and Frankie are facing
Yes.
Niop?
They're surrounding
Okay.
Niop. So you've got 3 of the boys coming up the hall from behind Niop, and then one of the boys between. You got Frankie between Niop and your room.
How much distance is between me and Niop?
About 10 yards.
Okay, so I would need to. So I've already used some of my movement to get through the people.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine probably half my movement to get through the people.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the. Let's see. So if I move past him, he gets attack of opportunity, right? Past Frankie.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to shoot the battery pack on Frankie's back.
Okay, that's a fairly small target, so you're going to be at a -2 to hit, but go
Okay.
ahead and roll.
The 0 on a d10 is a 10, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use a Benny. I got a 3 and a 4.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 5. -2 is 3.
Okay, so unfortunately, you fire and it does hit the battery pack, but it hits the armored. It's got that kind of plexiglass armor, and the bullet hits that and like just splashes off.
Okay. I'm going to use the rest of my movement to try to get right up onto his back.
Okay, you close the distance, so now you're pretty much you're within hitting distance of Frankie. Okay, and now it is Sienna's turn.
Okay, so Frankie's back is to me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a way to try and shoot him in, I don't know, the head or something that would make it so I don't hit Janet?
If you roll well,
Okay.
shooting at Frankie's head is going to be even a harder target. That would put your shooting at a -4.
Okay. How much of his body is this body armor covering? Like completely or?
Nope, it's just his torso and
Okay.
shoulders.
Okay. What if I try and hit him in the leg?
That'd be a -2.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay.
Wow, I'm gonna use a Benny on that. I got a 2 and a 2. Okay, that's a little better. 5.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and shoot. Go ahead and roll damage for that. That should be, I think, 2d6.
It's 2d6 plus 1, but yes.
Okay.
11.
Okay, 1 second while I roll his, or while I check his toughness. Okay, so that's going to be that's going to graze his knee, and Frankie, being the big guy that he is, he actually doesn't even really react to this. Besides kind of staggering a little bit, but he seems okay. He does seem a little phased, but he seems okay.
Well, that's annoying. But all right, I think that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay, it's now Frankie's turn, and Frankie is going to try to rally from being shot at from behind. Where's his spirit die? Here we go, D6. Okay. Oh, and for those of you who are wondering, like, what are these stats? We're not playing D&D, we're playing Savage Worlds. So, okay, Frankie fails to rally, so he cannot attack this turn. Instead, he's going to turn around and face the party. Now the boys, which are down the hallway, are going to advance behind Nyop, and one of them is going to swing at Nyop. Okay, and he rolls an 8 on his attack, which I'm going to check Nyop's parry here. Let's see. Okay, so he is going to hit Nyop, and his strength die. The damage here is his strength die plus D8. So that's 2D8. Oof. Okay, he rolled 12 damage, and Nyop has a toughness of 4. So he swings this scimitar, and it hits Nyop in the shoulder, and she just immediately goes down to the ground, holding her shoulder. The heat from the scimitar has cauterized the wound, but it's still just it's really bad. She's obviously really badly hurt. The other two boys are going to run towards the party. One of them is going to swing at Janet.
And do they have to get around Frankie to do that?
No, they run on the other side of Frankie. There's enough room in the hallway for them.
Okay.
Okay, so this one he rolled a 2 on his swing. So it's a swing and a miss. Janet, you were too quick and you dodged out of the way of his swing. You could see what he was trying to do. Okay, and the other boy comes towards the door and is going to try and swing at you, Sienna. All right, Sienna, he rolled an 8. What's your parry?
4.
So
5, sorry.
5? Okay, so he's gonna roll damage now. And what's your toughness?
7.
Okay, so he's swinging this red hot what's the word for this kind of weapon that I told you? Machete.
Machete?
It's a machete. This red hot machete. He's swinging this at you, and it's actually going to do 1 wound of damage. And Sienna, you're now shaken. You can use a Benny to try to soak the damage, or you can just take the wound, but you would still be shaken. And on your turn, you can use a Benny to either to automatically rally, or you can roll spirit to try to rally.
Wait, so I can use a Benny now or later?
You can use a Benny now to try to soak damage so that you don't get wounded, but you would still be shaken.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Roll your wild die and your vigor die.
That was a 4.
Okay, so you have 1 wound removed, so you don't take any damage, and it looks like because you were only going to get that 1 wound from this attack, you are also not shaken. So you're good, Sienna. Okay, that's it for the boys. Now it is Sketch's turn.
Okay, do I have a clear shot at any of them without risking hitting one of my friends?
You'll have to, I mean, yeah, there's the one that's in the doorway fighting Sienna. There's 2 now that are right next to Janet and Nyop. That'll be harder to deal with. And there's a third one that's still coming down the hallway.
Okay. I want to move as close as I can to the ones fighting Janet.
Okay.
And then try to shoot at one of them.
All right. Go ahead and roll shooting. Which one are you shooting at? Are you shooting at the one that was grazed, or the one that has tried to attack Janet?
The one that was grazed.
Okay. Frankie.
Explosion. Yeah, Frankie. So that is an 8.
Okay. Because you got a raise on that, go ahead and add +2 to the damage.
Nice. That's 7 damage.
Okay. Let me double check his toughness here. Okay, so unfortunately, your bullet hits his armor, but doesn't cause any other noticeable effect.
Dang. Okay.
All right. Quest, it is your turn.
Oh man, I don't even know what to do. I'm not the world's best fighter here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run over. Can I get to Nyop even?
Yeah, especially if you give me an agility roll on your way, I can make sure that you get there.
Huh. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go to Nyop. And my agility roll is 9.
Okay, yeah, you deftly dodge and kind of spin and run over to Nyop without getting caught in any of the fighting, and you make it there.
Are you still with me? And I start helping Nyop to her feet.
Okay. Are you like trying to lift her, or are you just like giving her a hand on the arm that is not sliced into?
That one, because I have not good strength.
Yeah, you assist Nyop, and on her turn, she's going to get a +2 to her roll to rally because of that.
Great.
Okay, now it's Nyop's turn, and she rolls to rally. Let's double check her character sheet here. So I'm rolling the proper die. Okay, sweet. And I set a +2. She rallies. So Naya still appears to be very badly hurt, but she's up and looks like she's going to be able to at least do something. She is now holding her spear one-handed, and she kind of has her other sliced arm kind of hanging limply by her side. But she lets out kind of an angry battle cry and goes to try to stab Frankie in the back now because he's facing towards the rest of the party. Unfortunately, she can't get enough force with just the one-handed stab, and it deflects off of his armor. Okay, time for the next turn. Let's see what the cards say. Nyop, the boys, Janet, Quest, Sketch, and Sienna. All right, Sketch, do you want the good news?
Yes.
You got a Joker.
Yes.
For this round of combat, you get +2 to all your rolls, and you get a Benny.
Nice. Oh,
and you get to go whenever you want. So just let me know when you want your turn to start. Sienna, you got a Jack of Spades. Quest, you got a 10 of Spades. Janet, you got a 6 of Diamonds. Nyop got a 6 of Spades, and the boys got a 3 of Spades. So
That's
Sienna,
lucky.
it's your turn to go first.
Okay. So if I've been reading the rules correctly, and I believe that I have, I read a section that said that we have up to 3 actions on our turn. Is that correct?
I think so. If
Okay.
you choose to do multiple shooting actions, though, or like multiple combat actions, it does give you penalties to each of your, like, to all of your other actions.
Right. What if I wanted to do a test action as a taunt and then also shoot someone?
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Okay. I would like to try and taunt Frankie.
Okay.
I will tell him, your machete looks a little bit homemade. Why can't you come up with a cooler weapon here like this one? And then I'm going to whip out my gun and shoot him. I'll roll for both of those, but that's what I would like it to look like.
Okay. So let's roll the test action first, and then we'll roll the shooting.
Yes. So I roll my taunt, and that is linked to smarts. So he has to roll a smarts to rebuff that. So give me a second.
How smart do you think Frankie is?
Not very.
Yeah.
And I got a 9.
Frankie rolled a 1. Hey, that hurt my feelings.
It also says if I win the opposed roll, I can choose to make the foe distracted or vulnerable.
Yes.
I would like to make him vulnerable.
He is vulnerable, which means I believe that he has a penalty to his toughness.
I think the rules phrase it as everyone gets a +2 against him, but that's effectively the same.
So I got a 10.
You got a 10.
Yeah.
Nice job. I'm proud of you for getting a 10.
Thank you.
That is gonna hit him. Go ahead and roll damage.
9.
All right. Go ahead and add 2 to that. So you're gonna do 11.
11, yeah.
And let's see. Yeah, because he was already kind of distracted from you grazing his knee earlier, this one actually is going to hit the crack in his armor that one of the older bullets, like one of well, I believe Sketch Thompson just shot at him and had the bullet kind of bounce off the armor, but that left a weakness in the armor, and your bullet just happens to hit that and plow straight through, and Frankie just drops to the floor like Goliath.
Is he,
All right,
is
that's
he
all I'm gonna
done?
do on my turn.
He is down.
Wow. Way to go, Sienna.
Is he dead?
Thank you. Never underestimate
Is he
the power
dead?
of hurting someone's feelings.
It's unclear whether he's dead or not just yet. You would have to, do some looking and checking after the chaos of combat. But he's definitely out of the fight. He's incapacitated right now.
Can I jump in after Sienna's turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Were you done, Sienna?
Yep.
Awesome.
I mean,
and-
even if she wasn't done, you can jump in because you have a Joker.
Oh, that's true. Well, I want to, be polite.
No, I'm kind of like just enjoying this moment, so I'm good.
Okay. Well, inspired by Sienna's moment, I'm going to try to do the same thing to the whichever one is the next closest to Nyap. I don't know if that's the one running down the hall or the one that hit Janet earlier.
I would, well, probably the one closer to Janet is closer to Nyap as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to target then. And can I do the same thing? I haven't seen those rules that Sienna used, so I don't know if they apply to me. But try to.
Yeah.
Do you have the taunt skill?
I don't.
Okay.
So
You'd
I
roll pretty low then, but
Yeah, I can't really let you do a test if you don't have the skill for it.
Okay.
But if you have a skill that you think you could use to do a different test, we can do a contested roll and see if you can distract or create a vulnerability in some other way.
Yeah, I don't think so, unless I can shout something pertaining to the occult. But that doesn't seem fitting, so I'll just try
Your
shooting.
mom's a ghost.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the one near Janet then.
Okay. Remember that you do get your +2 from your Joker.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a Benny on that because that was a 1 and a 3.
Oof.
That was a 2 and a 3. Dang it! So that's a 5.
Okay, that's still going to hit him. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's an 8.
8 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one that was attacking Janet, you managed to shoot him in the armor. It doesn't hurt him, but the sudden impact. I mean, he was focusing on his fighting with the robot. The sudden impact does kind of startle him, and he is shaken.
Sweet. And then I'm just gonna move towards Nyop to try to get between her and any danger.
Okay, so you're moving over towards Nyop, Janet, and Quest.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Quest Jenkins, you're up next.
How close is Frankie to me?
Frankie is like right behind you, and he has fallen to the ground.
I want his backpack sword.
That's going to be difficult to pull off of him right now, but you're welcome to try.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and use persuasion to get these guys to break off the encounter.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
So I'm going to say to the boys, are you guys sure you want to keep doing this? I mean, your buddy here's already down, and he seems to be the biggest of you. And that's 7.
You definitely
Plus 2 charisma, but I feel like in a fight, charisma doesn't really do that
You've
much.
definitely caused them to think about it. And I'm going to roll spirit to counter that. You said you rolled a 7.
Yeah.
So, one of them looks like he's thinking about that, and kind of worried about it. And he seems like he's in a vulnerable situation because of that. The other one seems still pretty determined to kill you.
Okay. I can live with that. I don't have a clear shot to any of them, do I?
I mean, the one that's coming down the hallway, you could hit. Behind you is the one that's fighting Janet, and then over back closer to Sienna is the other one.
Okay. I'm gonna pull my gun and just try for the long shot of hitting the one coming down the hallway at me in the head.
Okay, that's going to be a -4 to shooting.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, that's let's see. 17 -4.
Dang, dude. Okay, yeah. You're gonna hit him in the head. Go ahead and add +4 to your damage.
Okay, let's see what my pistol's at. 2d6. Okay, that's 9, 13.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna do enough damage that the one that's running at you, he's gonna die immediately. Like, this is a one-shot, one-kill situation. Do you want to describe how this happens?
Well, I do the call out, and then I can see he's still coming towards me. So I reach into my fanny pack and pull out my stolen guard gun. And with the last shot I have in it, I level it one-handed and just pull the trigger and hope bullet flies out and hits him in the head, and he just drops. I mean, it's, you know, when you see kids, like, it's like the classic video of the skater hitting the sign and they just like slam. Yeah. It's that. And he's down and dusted.
That is, never were truer words spoken by Quest Jenkins. Down and dusted.
And
is
then I smooth my mustache with my other hand.
Nice. All right, Janet, it is your turn.
Okay, so there's still one pretty much right next to me, right? The one that tried to chop me.
Mm-hmm. There's one right next to you, and there's one right next to Sienna.
Okay, I am going to try to shoot his sword arm.
Wow, okay. That's going to be a -2.
I'm going to use a Benny. I got a 5 and a 4 on that.
Okay.
That is a 6 total.
Okay, you managed to hit him in the arm. Go ahead and roll damage.
Eight.
All right, so you hit him in the arm, and he drops the sword and is like immediately just like clutching his arm. He is not in any condition to fight, and actually starts running down the hallway.
Before he can move too far, I want to try to grab him and slam him against the wall, not to damage him. But I'm gonna get in his face and say, "Who hired you?"
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll a contested strength roll.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy got a 5.
That's a 14 for me.
Wow. Okay, yeah, Janet, you slam him up against the wall and convincingly say, "Who hired you?" I don't know, man. I was just doing what Frankie said. He said if we could get the map from NIOP that we'd be rich.
You thought wrong. And then I'm gonna push him, like try to push him over.
Okay, another contested strength roll. It's a 3 for me.
It's a 4 on my end.
Okay, so you do shove him. He doesn't fall over, but you shove him, and he like keeps running away, running down the hall. Okay, Nyop is holding the spear and says, "Man, I'm really hurt. I need some help. Let me check in my backpack and see if I've got any medical supplies." So she drops her spear down, pulls off her backpack, and looks to see if she's got any medical supplies, and pulls out like a little first aid kit. It's got like some bandages and stuff, and she's like, "Can one of you guys help me? I don't know that I'm going to be able to do this with just one hand."
Yeah, I mean, I'm right above her, so yeah, I'll help her.
So that you'll have to deal with that on your next turn.
Okay.
And then the last one this round is the last one that's by Sienna, and he's gonna try to roll to rally. Okay, he manages to rally and is going to go for another chop. And he's going to roll damage. What's your parry, Sienna?
4. Or I mean 5. Sorry, I keep getting it confused. It's a 5 when my weapon is ready to.
So Sienna, you see him coming in for a huge chop, and you manage to dodge. Do you want to describe how this happens?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. I feel like he's kind of freaked out. All of his friends are dying, and he like comes in like at my head, and I just deftly duck under it, and then I'm preparing to like come behind him, so that on my turn I can try and like kill him.
Okay. All right, that's the end of that round of combat. This is fast and furious here. Okay, we got Nyop with a 6 of clubs, the final boy with 4 of hearts, Janet with a 2 of diamonds, Quest with a 5 of spades, Sketch with a queen of clubs, and Sienna with a king of hearts. So
Yes,
Sienna,
okay.
you go first.
Okay, I was hoping for that. All right, so I'm just gonna, as I dodged, I'm imagining I came up either like kind of behind him or on his side, and I'm gonna try and I don't know, shoot him in an unarmored place. His neck, his head, doesn't really matter to me.
Okay, go ahead and roll shooting.
Okay. I'm gonna use my penny. It was a 4 and a 3.
The last melon.
Okay. So that was an 8.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Ooh, that was a 12.
Wow. Okay, yeah. You blast this guy in the armpit, and the bullet path goes up and up and through the head, and he is definitely dead as he slumps to the ground.
Nice.
And that ends the combat. So now you guys are out in the hallway of the Safe House Motel, with the corpses of 4 Edenians, and and another Edenian that is wounded. Nyop is pretty badly wounded, and yeah, that's your situation. What do you do?
I want to jog over to the front desk and let them know that we just got assaulted.
Whoa. Let's hold up on that. Let's not do that first.
You don't want to go talk to Jerry again?
I love Jerry, and I want someone to clean this up before it bleeds everywhere.
Well, do you think Jerry is really going to be like, oh, wow, looks like some people attacked you, poor people, and you killed all of them? Like, I don't think he's going to be that cool with that.
Jerry is so chill. He saw us all over the news and was like, "Oh yeah, you're probably different people from those."
Yeah, Jerry hooked us up.
That's fair. That's fair.
I guess it isn't super urgent though, so if you don't want me to, I'll wait.
Well, maybe we should just have someone go to Jerry who can be maybe either a little intimidating or persuasive.
I can be intimidating.
No, I don't.
Voice
I
cracks.
can be persuasive.
Maybe Quest and I should go handle this just to make sure that Jerry takes care of it in a manner that is beneficial to us.
Okay, in that case, I'll help Nay out.
That sounds good.
All right. I stride confidently to the front desk.
I am also striding confidently towards the desk, but I don't look like I'm trying too hard because all of my clothing is in one piece.
At the front desk, you see Jerry is wearing earplugs, and he greets you with a smile. He says, "Oh, hey, how you doing? I wasn't sure if you guys were going to be alive."
Hey, Jerry, sorry about that. Look, you're gonna need a cleanup crew essentially. Some guys, they were in the hall with some swords.
I'm sorry, I
and a
can't hear you.
gun.
Let me take out my earplugs.
Anyways, like I was saying, some people slipped and fell in the hallway, and they kind of hit each other's weapons as they were, you know what I'm saying, Jerry?
I think I catch your drift, although, you and Sienna here holding weapons that are currently smoking, it makes me think that maybe there was some more to it than that. But, it is going to be an extra 50 credits, though. I do have to run my business at a profit, and the extra cleanup robots are not cheap.
Fully understandable. Sienna here's gotcha.
Oh,
Clarification: does Jerry, the front desk man, own this entire establishment?
It's unclear, but that could be the case.
I love that.
Listen, Jerry, I've employed some of these cleaning robots myself, and I know that they're not that expensive.
I tend to doubt it. You seem like you could use some cleaning up. If you had a cleaning up robot, you'd be a lot cleaner.
You're right. You're right. I've let myself go this past 24 hours as I've run away and fought for my life. But go ahead, make fun of my appearance. Anyway, we'll give you 40.
Roll convincing or persuasion, I guess.
Damn it. That's a 3.
Yeah, Jerry's not convinced. He's like, look, like I said, I got to run my business at a profit. It's got to be 50. It doesn't have to be right now, but it's getting put on your bill.
Look, I'm sure Sienna would be happy to pay you 60 just because you've been so nice about it, and I'm gonna roll convincing on that.
Sienna, you can contest
Oh, yeah. What do I contest it with?
with spirit.
Okay.
Gonna take a Benny on that one.
Against your own team.
Ooh, I'm liking it. Okay. That is an 11.
I got a 3.
Plus 2 charisma.
All right. I got a 3.
So, Sienna, you're not forced to believe that it's okay that you pay 60 because you've obviously made it clear that you don't even want to pay the 50. But you are feeling less antagonistic towards Jerry, at least. Your anger is turned towards Quest instead.
All right. Yeah, perfect. I'll be like, you know what, Jerry, you're right. I'm sorry. Inflation. I forgot about inflation. We'll give you the 50. And then I am going to promptly turn around and leave and try and yank Quest's little bolero that he has on his shoulders off as I drag him backwards.
Okay, go ahead and roll strength.
Ooh, not my strong suit. Okay, wait, I'm gonna use Benny on that. All right, it doesn't matter. It was a 2. I just want to get rid of the ratty space cape. I just want.
I rolled a 5 agility, so I'm gonna dodge that yank attempt.
Yeah, you do deftly spin out of the way. And Sienna, you fail to pull him along by his torn space cape. However, he does get the point that you're not happy with his behavior, and he does follow you back to the room. Don't you, Quest?
I do that.
So while this is happening, Berkeley and I are probably trying to give medical attention to Niop, I would imagine.
Okay. Berkeley and Janet, go ahead and roll healing. Or if Janet, instead of trying to heal, you just want to give Berkeley advice, you can roll like common knowledge to try to assist Sketch.
Okay. Sketch, I think that you should be the hands of this operation.
All right, I've never done anything more than put on a Band-Aid, but I will do my best.
They didn't cover this in adventure school?
My adventure school was like 2 weeks long. We were busy. We didn't have time for healing stuff.
I don't know if I trust you to bandage this anymore, Sketch.
How hard could it be?
It's a 10 for advice.
Wow, okay. So yeah, you can have a +2 to your healing roll.
The first thing we
Sketch.
need to do is disinfect the wound.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. I was definitely going to do that. Hey, Niop, do you have any disinfectant in that little health box of yours?
Hell, it's not a health box. It's a first aid kit. What do you think this is, a video game? Somebody's been spending too long in the dream station.
Yeah, that's what my parents say. First aid kit? Do you have any disinfectant?
Yes. It's in the first aid kit that I just gave you.
Oh, right. I'm holding it. I forgot that. This is going great. I'm going to rummage through there and find some disinfectant ointment. And apply just way too much. So much.
Easy there.
That's okay. You didn't have to dump it out on my shoulder, but well, I guess it's disinfected.
And then it's this next, right, Janet? And pull out some gauze.
Let me roll again. Oof. That's a 3. The next step is to put pressure on the wound.
Like this, and I guess I squeeze her arm way too hard. Except I'm not that strong, so.
Niop is like, I mean, I would say ow, but you're just not even squeezing that hard.
What do you mean I'm trying?
Wow, I'm really surprised you guys got hired by whoever it was to get this treasure map. I don't feel like you guys are that competent.
I'm better at hacking
Than who?
than I am at squeezing arms.
Oh, okay.
I'm still straining.
I'll give you that. You are better at hacking than you are at squeezing arms. Nominally better.
Oof. Okay, I'm gonna roll again here. Okay, that's a 5. Okay, go ahead and bandage the wound.
Okay, you know how some people get toilet paper by just holding a corner and just spinning their hand super fast. Get a big old wad of it. That's what I'm basically going to do with the gauze. Just like spin it so fast, not tight at all.
Oh no.
Do you want to like snug that? Okay. Wow, that's a. Geez, that's a lot of gauze. And I'm really not bleeding. That it was cauterized by the. Okay.
You're doing great.
Do you want to? Oh wow. Do you want to like make a sling for my? Okay.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh, character voice. Sorry. Yeah, this is how I make slings. And then I'm just gonna take the big gauzed part of her arm and try to like look for somewhere to affix that to her chest.
Maybe maybe we wait for Mustache Man to come back.
I would really like to come back right at this moment as he's like trying to get the gauze on her.
Yeah, that happens.
Okay.
Hey guys, how'd it go with Jerry?
Well, it went a little better than whatever's happening right here. What are you doing to poor Niop?
I'm just putting her arm in a sling. Sling, right? That's what it's called?
Why don't you let someone else take a crack at that?
So do any of you have medical training? Like,
I mean, no, but I'll try. It's just a D4 if I don't have that skill, right?
yes.
Ooh, it was a 4.
Ooh, so it explodes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, that was a 5.
All right. Yeah, you know how to make a sling, a simple sling. You seem to be doing a lot better at this than your boyfriend? Question mark.
Are you talking about Sketch, the 14-year-old?
I don't know. You guys seem to be the closest together in age, and I sense a certain amount of tension.
Okay, gross. First of all, he is very young. He is 14. Are you 14?
Yeah, I'm 14.
He's 14. I'm 19. That's a very big difference,
It's
especially
not
at
that
this
big.
stage in life. It's big at this point in life. You pick up some skills, when you hang out with just a bunch of drunk douchebags every weekend and they want to jump off your roof into your pool. That's all I can say about that.
You have a pool?
Well,
Wow.
I mean, that's not important.
Is it chlorinated?
Yes.
Well, that sucks.
What? I mean,
I don't swim in chlorinated water.
Well, yeah, because you're, so you're an Edenian.
Yeah, I am.
Yep.
Hey, Sienna, if you ever want to hang around someone that's not a douchebag.
Okay. All right. We're gonna shut this.
Nice.
We're gonna shut this down right now. Sketch. We're shutting it down. That's
I'm
very,
nice.
Yes, I know. That's very sweet. That's not gonna happen though.
If the zombie bit ever breaks down, I'm gonna take nice guy as my delusion.
Too real. Oh.
So Janet is still in advice mode. So I'm going to just interject while this awkward failed attempt at flirting is going on with some random advice here. Let me see how good it is. That's a 2 and a 1. The next step would be to remove the damaged limb and replace it with a welded-on aftermarket piece.
I don't think that's gonna fly here, Janet.
I fire up my cutting torch.
I can't really afford a new limb, but okay. Let's not cut off my arm. Frankie already did that almost, and I'm not interested. Like, that was not. I did not hire him to do that.
Oh,
Yeah, let's talk about this real quick. That's kind of a bummer that your boys betrayed you. Did you see that coming?
No, honestly, I didn't. I was hugely disappointed that happened, and I'm still kind of processing it. I feel betrayed and uh, grateful that you guys came and saved my life. I I definitely did not give you a reason to do that, so uh, thanks, I guess. Can I wow. I need some food. I feel really tired. And Niop falls asleep. It looks like she's going into shock.
oh.
Hmm. Can I try and roll another medical type check,
Go
healing
ahead.
check to see if I can help her? Okay.
Yeah.
That was a 2.
Yeah, so Niop's just out for the count. What are you guys gonna do?
I think what we need to do, I'm just going off of what would happen when some of my friends would get minor alcohol poisoning or just get way too drunk. We should get her into a bed, turn her on her side so if she throws up or anything, she doesn't choke on it, and then try and give her some water or food when she wakes up.
It would be common knowledge that Adenians have pretty strong natural healing.
Okay. Well, I guess this is the best we can do. I wish we could get her to a doctor, but we just don't know how wanted she is.
I'm I feel like she's pretty good with, computers and hacking and such, much better than even Sketch Thompson. And he's the best that we've seen thus far. So I would think that she's pretty wanted, yeah.
I'm gonna choose to ignore that. Sketch wants to jump in the Dream Station bed and see if he can find any information on the network about Adenian medicine.
Okay.
And then that was a 6. Oh, that explodes. Does that still explode if you're unskilled?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was an 8 to find Adenian medicine.
So there's very little like concrete out there on the net about Adenian medicine, except for like kind of you see some like kind of underground forum kind of tips and tricks for Adenians who don't want to go see a doctor. Or can't afford it, kind of a thing. And mostly it's just common sense stuff like apply pressure to wounds, make sure that things are clean.
I think
You
we
know.
saw earlier that Sketch does not have common sense, so this is good.
Apply pressure to wounds, make sure things are clean. How to use different types of band-aids / bandages. Even like how to sterilize different things like there's a section on like blisters and like lancing nasty blisters or stuff like that. It also talks about how Adenians like can easily experience dehydration and how that can really contribute to some serious problems for them. And they need to fully immerse themselves in water at least once a day.
Ooh, good to know.
And it's got to be clean. It's got to be clean water, but it can't be chlorinated because their skin is it like absorbs things too easily, and that can actually cause serious problems for them.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna exit the network and tell everyone what I learned. Hey guys, I did some research and I looked at some medicine, and it was all pretty common sense stuff like applying pressure to wounds. Important though, Adenians can get dehydrated really easily, so I guess we should try to give her some water and eventually she will need to be immersed.
Hmm.
I don't think we have enough space water bottles for that.
No, I don't think we do.
Maybe this hotel has a room that's equipped for Adenians? I mean, they gave us Adenian snacks.
Amazingly, in the corner of the room, you hear the constant dripping of the faucet, and when you look in the bathroom, there's a bathtub.
Amazing.
All right. Do you think we should wait until she wakes up to put her in, or try and put her in now?
I think it might help her heal if we immerse her. Although it will definitely get the bandage wet.
I think that's not a bad idea. Let's fill the tub up and get her in there.
Okay, so as you put her in the water, you realize that she has stopped breathing. But once you put her in the water, she becomes conscious, and without breathing, is still seems like she's doing okay. And she's like, "Wow, thanks, you guys. That really helped." We want to thank our listeners and invite you all to follow us at Choose a Choice RPG on Facebook or at cac.rpg on Instagram. We post memes and updates there. Please leave us a review wherever you listen to this podcast, and we'll see you next time on Choose a Choice.
Raccoon.
That's
Raccoon.
the so-called zombies.
It's just stacks of raccoons. Stacks of highly intelligent raccoons.
Pretending to be dead people.
Yeah.
Okay, what if Sketch ends up being right and it's actually just raccoons in zombie suits?
Then you all get points for the delusional hindrance, and I lose it.
But only Sketch finds out, and so we still do not believe
We don't
him.
believe him. Yeah.
And he knows for a fact it's not even
It's not even debate.
yeah,
Not even
guys,
debatable anymore.
I know for sure that these are raccoons. All right, there's your backstory.
I mean, I do already know for sure that they're not real, so I don't know how much more convinced I'm going to get.
No, you're delusional that they're not real. You don't believe in them, but you don't know for sure that they're not.
Oh, no,
But-
I do.
But once you have the encounter with the raccoons, you know absolutely for a fact that they're not real.
And I'm still unable to convince anyone. I kind of like that.
So that's not going to happen. I hate to disappoint you guys, but that is not congruous with the plot. So it's not going to happen.
All right.
Fair enough.
We have to find a way to make highly intelligent stacks of raccoons canon.
If you can import them from Earth, it'll be...
Look, all you
If-
have to do is teach Raccoon to pop and push, and you've got a stack of them. You're good.
How much?
Oh my gosh. Terrible computer programming jokes.
How much
Put
would
that
it
on
cost?
the Patreon.
How much would it cost to import a raccoon from Earth?
I'll put it this way. You don't have enough money.
All right. What is
Raccoons are the status symbol of this world.
But do my parents have enough money that I could steal from them to get a raccoon?
or
Do you like my cape?
actually,
It's
maybe.
raccoon fur.
or Sienna's parents own a raccoon and I can go get the raccoon.
I just said that, but yes.
No. You're saying steal the raccoon.
Oh.
You're saying
Well, I
steal the
said
money. Yeah, you're saying steal the money to buy the raccoon. What if
But
they
we already
already
have one.
have a raccoon? Yeah.
Yeah, I just avoid all raccoon related questions because I have one at my mansion, but I don't want to tell you guys.
No, that there are literally no raccoons on Adenia. They...
Becoming the
Can-
bear from the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah.
You mean like a platybear?
Nope.
No, just a bear.
Can I put it on
Oh.
the Patreon that if someone donates $50, we get a raccoon?
Yes.
I refuse to confirm that.
If you donate $37 right now, I will have enough ingrained in it. Okay, this is pay to play. All right. If you donate 37 real dollars, Quest gets 37 space credits, and that's just enough to cover a new space cape.
No.
For the cost of a cup of coffee, you could help.
$37 cup of coffee? No.
For the cost of a cup of coffee a day,
The
you could
atmosphere,
help.
the atmosphere vanishes and you all die.
That's fair.